my dear student. I wish you are fine. Today we are talking about Unit 2, Lesson 1. Let's talk about mixtures. Let's start with the types of matter. Matter classified into number 1, pure substance, number 2, mixtures. First, pure substance. What is the meaning of pure substance? It is a substance that is made of only one type of identical particles. For example, distilled or pure water. Another example, sugar. Number 3, baking soda. Baking soda. Number 2, mixture. What is a mixture? It is a substance that is made of more than one type of particles. For example, number 1, concrete. Number 2, tomato sauce. Tomato sauce. Another example, mineral water. Mineral water. Note that mineral water is considered as a mixture where it consists of water and useful mineral as calcium and magnesium. Okay. Here there is a question. Give a reason. Both sugar and distilled water are considered as pure substance. Why? Because each of them is composed of only one type of identical particles. Another question, give a reason. Both tomato sauce and concrete are considered as mixture. Why? Because each of them consists of more than one type of particles. Now we must study mixtures. We will talk about number 1, types of mixture, number 2, properties of mixture, 3, formation of mixture, and number 4, separation of mixture. Let's start with types of mixture. A, solid-solid mixture. It consists of what? It consists of 2 or more different solid matter. For example, fruit salad and vegetables salad. The next, B, liquid mixture. It consists of what? It consists of 2 or more different liquids. For example, mixture of vinegar and water. Number 2, mixture of oil and water. Number 3, mixture of oil and vinegar or dressing of salad. The third one is solid liquid mixture. It consists of what? It consists of solid and liquid matter. For example, mixture of sand and water. And another example, mixture of salt and water. The fourth type is gaseous mixture. It consists of different gases. For example, atmospheric air, which is a mixture of oxygen gas, nitrogen gas, carbon dioxide gas, and water vapor. The fifth one is gaseous liquid mixture. It consists of gaseous and liquid matter. For example, a mixture of soda water that is produced from dissolving carbon dioxide gas in sugar solution. Secondly, we will talk about properties of mixture. Look at this picture. This is vegetable salad. You can separate the tomato from the salad easily and eat it separately. And this fruit salad, the strawberry in the fruit salad keeps its taste and colors before and after mixing. This picture is vegetables soup. You can add or remove the desired amount of vegetables in your vegetables soup. So the properties of mixture are: the components of the mixture don't join or react together and can be separated easily. Okay? Number two, each component in a mixture keeps its own properties. So the properties of a mixture are the same properties of its components. Number three, the components of the mixture can be mixed at any ratio. At any ratio. Note that solution is a special type of mixtures where its components are mixed and interfere till you can't distinguish between its particles. Let's talk about formation of mixture. Mixture can be formed by using: number 1, shaking; 2, stirring; number 3, grinding. Let's start with shaking. Solid and liquid materials can be mixed by shaking or stirring. For example, the mixture of salt and water. Number 2, stirring. Liquid materials can be mixed by shaking or stirring. For example, mixture of strawberry juice and banana juice. Grinding. Solid materials can be mixed by shaking or grinding. For example, mixture of salt and pepper. Let's do this activity to show you can make a mixture. Our tools is conical flask with a lid, water, vinegar, oil, sand, and salt. The steps: number 1, add an amount of salt to an amount of water in the flask. As you see in this picture, we put the salt with water. Then put the lid on the flask and shake it gently, then wait a minute. What is the observation? We observe that salt dissolves in water and disappears, forming salty solution, which can't be affected by time. Then we repeat the previous steps, but this time by adding oil to water. As you see in this picture, oil with water. What is the observation? We observe that on shaking they interfere in each other. Then oil separates from water by time. Now we will repeat the previous steps, but this time by adding sand to water. We observe that on shaking they seem to be mixed together, but by time sand precipitates. Now we repeat the previous steps, but this time by adding water to vinegar. We observe that water and vinegar are mixed together, giving a mixture that can't be affected by time. So we conclude that a mixture can be formed by mixing two or more different matter together. Finally, we will talk about separation of mixtures. We have 4 methods. Number 1, magnetic attraction. Magnetic attraction. It's used to separate solid mixtures that contain magnetic substances. For example, mixture of sand and iron filings. The second method is filtration process. It's used to separate solid materials that are insoluble in water. For example, mixture of sand or mud and water. The third method is evaporation process. It's used to separate solid materials that are soluble in water. For example, mixture of salty solution. The fourth method is separating funnel. It's used to separate immiscible liquid mixtures whose components don't mix together. For example, mixture of oil and water. Let's do this activity to separate a solid mixture that contains magnetic substances by using magnetic attraction. The tools iron filings, some sand, and magnet. We approach a magnet to a mixture of sand and iron filings, as you see in this opposite figure. We observe that the magnet attracts iron filings only. So we conclude that a magnet or magnetic attraction is used to separate the solid mixtures that contain magnetic substances as iron. Let's do this activity to separate a solid liquid mixture by filtration and evaporation processes. To separate a mixture of sand salt solution, the tools: salt, sand, water, a funnel, filter paper, two beakers, a flame, and a stand or holder. First, we form a mixture of salt, sand, and water in a beaker and stir it well. We observe that salt dissolves in water while sand doesn't dissolve. Then we pour the mixture into the funnel that has a filter paper, as you see in this picture. The filter paper separates sand and lets the salty solution passes through it. Then we boil the filtrated salty solution gently. We observe that the water evaporates and the salt remains in the beaker. So we conclude that filtration process is used to separate the solid materials that are insoluble in water such as sand. And evaporation process is used to separate the solid materials that are solution or soluble in water such as salt. Okay? Here we have a question. Give reason. A magnet can be used to separate iron filings from sand. Why? Because the magnet attracts the iron filings only and separates them from the mixture.